We got Jenny on.
Ren.
Hi, Cody. Are we a couple of minutes for folks to join us? Or
I keep hearing a bunch of beeps.
Hi, it's Kristen Hogan.
Hey, Kristen. Hi, guys. It's Cheryl Westling. Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us. Just 2 minutes as folks are clicking in and dialing in and getting connected. We're going to start with Kristen's screen.
We're going to start with Meg, and then we're going to go into the Google Docs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to share a screen or something so that?
Yep. I'm going to. It's this little ball. I'm going to pass the ball right now. Oh, I passed the ball to the wrong person. Hold on. It got a little sensitive. Then, Meg, if you want to go ahead and bring that right up. Right here.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been giving folks a few minutes. It's shortly after 11. This is Bryn Bartshire, the Yellow Command Exercise Director. Just want to kick off the call. Welcome you to the PIO player briefing for Yellow Command Exercise. We are recording this session and we'll make it available for folks to do again, or if anybody missed it, they'll be able to watch it in advance of the exercise. So thank you all for joining us. We have a twofold mission that we want to accomplish today. One is our new contractor will go over the simulation deck platform, which is what we will use during the exercise to simulate all the media that would normally be in a real-world incident. So everything that's on the internet, in the newspaper, on TV, it'll all be in this simulation deck platform during the exercise. And Kristen Hogan from San Francisco will go over the virtual coordination platform that we'll use for the PIOs this year. And so she's created a Google Drive and some instructions about how to get everybody connected into the Google Drive and Hangouts as a virtual coordination platform. So those are the two things that we will cover today. Does anybody have any questions for me on the purpose of this PIO player briefing? Okay. So maybe in order to kick it off, I just want to make sure you're going to review the login and what people can expect, and we can send details of actual login later, but I don't know how it's going to function.
Yep, sounds great. So before I jump into simulation deck and the and exercise play, because this is being recorded, everybody, if you could put your phone on mute if you're not talking right now, that would be helpful. It will just make it a little easier for those who are listening in later to have a clear reception. So a lot of you guys were on the platform last year for the 2014 Yellow Command exercise. So some of this is going to be a refresher for you. Some of the information we're going to give today is going to be a little bit new because the platform has been updated since then, and so the look and feel might be slightly different. So let's start with how you're going to get into it. And as Ken said, we haven't yet distributed the login information because we wanted you to know what you were looking at when you received it. And then if you could put your phone on mute, that'd be very helpful. So the login information is you have a URL that everybody is going to receive. It's sf.simulationdeck.net. And then you're going to have, for each of your agencies or your jurisdictions, another set of password and usernames. And the usernames are by agency right now. For the agencies who are playing, it's based on the contact information that you've provided, Corinne. But they're also by county. And we didn't assign specific usernames to individuals who are playing because you could have 500 people sign on with the same username, or you could have one person sign on with the username. It's unlimited the number of people who you have playing for a specific agency or jurisdiction. And honestly, we weren't sure if some of you were going to be providing mutual aid to another jurisdiction. Maybe some of your individual county agencies are going to be working within your county information center. And so, there are going to be 5 or so of you who are working together and posting information or receiving information on behalf of the county. So when you look at the use of usernames and passwords, we urge you to do what makes sense for the way that you're playing with and the structures that you're using to play within the exercise. This is to everybody.
This is Corinne.
Yes.
I clarify. So you folks all get this list, but you'll see a list of usernames that's like City of Berkeley, Union City, Marin County, Alameda Department of Public Health, Contra Costa, Marin PS. So some of these usernames may not actually be playing in Yellow Command, which is fine, but you're able to see and identify your agency and use that username to log to the system. And then when you're making posts, tweets, social media posts, etc., it'll show up from your agency rather than your specific individual.
Exactly. Yes. Just like it would in real life. And I'll give you an example. You have City of Berkeley and Berkeley OES as possible logins. If you're playing individually, if the City of Berkeley is playing separately from Berkeley OES, then of course each of you are going to be using separate logins. But you're playing together at the City of Berkeley deck, and you want to share that username to post to the mock social media and mock media public, and you would both log in under the same username for the purposes of the exercise. Sounds good? Well, the password is the same for everybody. We try to make it easy. You can always change your password, but really don't recommend that since multiple people may be playing on the same usernames. It is case sensitive. It's capital U, capital S, capital Y, capital C, 2015. Make sure that you put the capital letters in there. And no need to write that down because Corinne will send it out for everybody to have written down next to them when they're logged in on the day of the exercise. If for some reason you type in your username or you type in your password incorrectly 5 times, or someone who's playing types it in 5 times incorrectly, you will get locked out. We will make sure that you have contact information for the toll-free support the day of the exercise. We'll include that with the logins. And then also, if you ever have any issues at all with the platform during the exercise, Meg, can you scroll down to the bottom of the screen? Yep, there's a 24/7 support number there. We prefer, before the exercise that you hold off your 3 in the morning calls. No, no, I'm teasing. You can call at any time. And we're happy to help you with whatever issues you're having. Hopefully you won't have any at all. The other thing that to clarify before we went into the platform itself is that during the exercise, this platform is being powered on the back end by a mock simulation cell, mock social media, and mock media players. So Meg's going to show you where to look during the exercise of injects that are coming in on social media, of how social media is reacting maybe to your messaging or to the other jurisdictions' messaging other jurisdictions that are playing. The important piece of this is that we have a mock work team, and they're going to be making calls to each of you for stories that are going to be published in the fake news paper portal in here that Meg will show you in a second. And it's very important that Corinne has your contact information for the day of the exercise, so we're able to reach you and do those over the phone interviews. So then you can see the stories go up and during the exercise and engage how your message is being received by the public and by the media. So it'll be a lot of fun, again, very interactive. And any questions so far? Nope. So with that, Meg, I'll turn it over to you to walk us quickly through the platform.
Thank you. Once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone for your time this morning. I know that for a lot of you, it's going to be a quick review, but for those who haven't seen the platform before, hope we can make it more clear for you. So I want to point out, first of all, this is your dashboard. This is the aggregate of every piece of content that is the newest that has been posted to your site. So it's reverse chronological, so that means everything that you're seeing is the most recent post. Point out also that I'm logged in as the City of Berkeley. You can see here in the top right. This is just one of our player accounts, just like that, I believe, from Corinne. But this will look like the exact same to every one of the players. This is just a for example from the City of Berkeley. For those of you new to Simulation Deck, we wanted to give you here a sandbox in which you could practice all types of media, social media, all in one safe and secure place. So we like to think we've given you the best parts of the internet on the internet box, if you will. So we've got some traditional media platforms that we'll go over in our social media also. And that if there are any questions, please jump out, please give me a call, or we can stop and talk about things if we need to. So I'm going to start with our one-click navigation buttons over here on the left side. These will take you very quickly to each of the applications. I want to scroll through the entire dashboard here. We've got one-click navigation buttons. The central column here is all the applications, just about in the same order as you see on the navigation buttons. But like I said, it's going to have the most recent post on your dashboard. And on the right side here, this gray box is our social media feed. So if it makes a book post or a simulation book post, it's going to show up here. Let's take a look at our exercise times daily. As Jenny mentioned, this is our online newspaper. This is where you can gain some scenario information, but more importantly, I think you can, our media reporters will be calling all of you, asking for interviews, quotes, type of information on the incident, and then you can very quickly post a story here. You can see here, this is just our kind of a home page of the newspaper, but if we wanted to read the rest of the story, you can either click the photo, or here we see a more button. So any of these will take you into the story. At the top, who wrote it and when they wrote it, so sometimes that's important. So we can read the entire conversation. I know many of you know about 1 in 4 internet users will leave a comment on a story, so we wanted to do that ability also. The social conversation here of people reacting to the story, but also give you an opportunity to add your own comment as well. All right, take a look then at our SimDeck TV News. This is just an application where work online news. And you can play the video right here from your screen, or you can go click into the title or the photo again, and it'll take you to the another where you can watch the video again. And on SimDeck is HTML5 compatible, which just means it will play on any internet-connected device.
Everybody knows,
sure.
Sorry to interrupt, Meg, but just so everyone knows, we don't envision much TV news casted during the exercise. So we really want to focus on exercise time daily and then social media components. But we want to show you where other stories might pop up, just so you have situation awareness.
That's a good point. Here we have our online radio, and that's pretty self-explanatory here. Unfortunately, we don't have any placeholders for any radio stories, but this is all an opportunity where you make a phone call from a mock radio host wanting an interview just like you would for an exercise time daily. News and Bleak Deck, I'm going to skip over for just a second. You can look at applications, and we'll get back to those because they are a little fun, and that's where we can post some content. So let's take a look at SimTube down here, and just our YouTube. We can see here on the right all of the agencies and other simulated users like Amy Cross here have a SimTube channel. 9 pages of channels. So if you wanted to see more specifically, well, see if Alameda Sheriff has a channel. So you can see here they do. But this is just your basic YouTube. Take a look at our Frogger application. This is a blogosphere on Simulation Deck. So if ever posted things to a blog in real life, this is where you could do it. And also this is where you can read what other people are writing also. So you on the right side here that these agencies have a blog as well. Just what City of Berkeley has written. You can click view blog, and of course they don't have any right here, but this is where you could go to see just what City of Berkeley. So since I logged in as the City of Berkeley, I have this Create Content button. So if I wanted to create a blog, this is where I could do that. Now, I thought a little more closely from where it was with agencies. Questions so far about any of these applications? They're pretty intuitive. Well, let's take a look at agency news. Now, what I like about agency news is we give you an opportunity. Basically, you have your own website on Simulation Deck. So anything you would post to your website, for this is where you could post it. I mean, fact sheets, press releases, news releases, things like that. This is where you could do that to help get your message out as well. So we have you can search for a specific agency here, because you have a good view. I'm looking at the City of Berkeley, and again, this is going to look the exact same for every spin out. Let's go look at City of Berkeley's page. So this is where not only I can post content, but this is where we could see just what City of Berkeley has posted. And it's true for Alameda Sheriff. We could see just what they've written in local city OES users. But since I'm logged in the City of Berkeley, I want to say post news release. So I have to create content, and let me very quickly just show you what it would look like otherwise. Since I'm logged in on the Sheriff, now on their page, you can see now I don't have the create content here. Go to my own page to post a news release or any kind of snippet information on my own website. Create content button. It's going to take me to a page to where I can create a title, input my image here, and the fancy test image you can copy and paste from something else should you need to. Photo. suggest to stick with pings and JPEGs. GIFs or GIFs has never worked for me, so the pings and JPEGs are a surefire way to add. And the option to add a video if you wanted as well. If you don't want to go SimTube application, you can add a video here just as well. You do only need to be MP4. And then once I'm done, I can click Save. And then honestly, my message will be, we'll just see what that looks like. Save here. Message. Refresh the agency news page, I will see that my message is the very first one because it was the most recent content. About agency news or what we can do with this application.
Pacific time or Eastern time?
I believe you'll be Pacific time. The entire your should be set on Pacific. It's on Eastern as it looks, so we can set change for you. Let's take a look at some social media. Some fun stuff. So we have our Bleep deck. This is our, if you're familiar with Hootsuite or any of the other social media aggregation tools. This is that functionality here. So our green and blue boxes here, we've given you an opportunity to post to Bleeder, which is our Twitter application, and Simulation Book, if you can get to our Facebook. Here, you can start a message, and you will see here, just like Twitter, you have this counter down here that will count from 140 characters. So this is Twitter, that's all you get, so we wanted to replicate that here too. So since we don't have an Instagram application just yet, we still have given you an opportunity to add photos and video as well to both of the applications. Your message, click on Delete. Then created. And you can see right here in the newsfeed, it's your top one. If you want to focus on these three columns here, these are great tools for social media monitoring. So the first column here on the left is our newsfeed. This is every type of social media content that's been posted. It's just like it is on your dashboard. Again, we've got Simulation and Bleeder will all come here. This column Bleeder mentions this is a really important tool also because you can see here what people are saying about you or to you, tagging the ad symbol. I think Greg has said something about the city of Berkeley, but depending on whoever you are logged in as, if you are tagged in a post, it will show up here in this Bleeder mentions column. Posts over here. This is everything that city of Berkeley has said. Not very sweet, but just to see what that looks like. As I mentioned, we've given you can imagine during an exercise or a drill that social media chatter can achieve very quickly. So we have the opportunity here to be able to search and filter through all the content to see what specific you might be looking for, whether it's a phrase, a person, another user, hashtag even. Let's see, let's look up test. So here we have one feed, one post that has set those filtering that we've done. You see that one that tests in it. It's about posting content to either media applications. I wanted to mention that in the top left corner here, we have our Simulation Deck logo, and this will always take you back to the dashboard if you click on it. It also looks refreshing, because right now, and it's on our Simulation Deck wish list, right now the only thing that auto-refreshes by itself is the social feed. So unfortunately, you have to keep on clicking the Simulation Deck logo to refresh the entire dashboard. We can here, if we scroll down, we can see our agency news just showed up because the most recent thing was posted to that. I did want to mention, I know Jenny pointed it out, but I just want to mention again our 188 number So if you are having technical difficulties or something's just not right, you have a question, give that a call, and they're excellent at answering any questions, all things SimDeck. Any questions in general about the instance and platform? Or Christian or Corinne, I will turn it back over to you.
So this is Jenny again. A couple of quick reminders. Corinne, again, will be providing all of the logon information for you, so username and password this week, and you'll have a chance to go into the instance and practice creating agency news updates or social media posts. We very much encourage you to do that before the day of the exercise. Get familiar with it. It'll probably take you 5-10 minutes at the most to feel like a pro. And if you have any questions as you're going through practicing, feel free to call that 188 number. The other suggestion that some of our players use is that it helps because not only trying to monitor what's going on in the news stories, the exercise times daily, but also social media. Sometimes it helps to have multiple windows open with the platform running, and one is focused on social media and that page, the Bleep Deck page, and then the other one with the dashboard, so you can refresh for exercise times daily stories or for video posts or radio news, whatever else that might come up on the home page. And so that might be a good tip to use, good strategy to use during the exercise. And then again, a copy of this webinar will be available later on today. Corinne will send around a link for a YouTube channel for you to rewatch a demo or share it with others who might be playing in the exercise. And with that, any questions on Simulation Deck before we turn it over to Kristen to talk about Google Docs? All right. Hearing Kristen, going to make you a presenter.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Let me make sure. Okay, let me start this in the beginning. So for those of you on the call who participated in last year's Yellow Command exercise, you may recall that we used an online collaboration tool that felt like Google Docs or Google Drive, and it was actually an application that was created for use during the exercise. It was a donation from Google. Unfortunately, that is not be available to us this year, but that's okay. In addition, I think that to kind of delineate between that application that we used last year and what we're proposing that we use this year is that the application had a kind of secured back end, and then none of the data or information that we put would be kind of absorbed by Google. However, we can use that same function at no cost through Google, Gmail, Google Docs, and so forth. So our plan is to just to create our own Google experience for Yellow Can so that we, as a region, can interact and activate our regional joint information system through this online collaboration tool. So our plan is that we will get started in the Google environment. So the first step that we need to do is everyone who's playing on September 11th for the Yellow Command, we need you to create your own Gmail account. It's a fresh email, and we'd like you to follow the naming formula of your first name, last name, .yellowcommand@gmail.com. So, you guys, is everyone seeing this presentation, I hope?
I'm not seeing.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing it. Hang on. I've got the ball here.
You can go to, do you have an option to share your screen?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Forgive me, guys. Hang on. My screen.
There you go.
Okay.
Something set.
hang on, thinking. Okay. To get started, as I said, we want everyone to create a fresh Gmail account with the naming formula of your first and last name .yellowcommand@gmail.com. And this email will solely be used for Yellow Command. If this works out well this year, maybe we'll continue using this for Yellow Commands. But for now, let's just see how it goes this year. And this also allows us to kind of create a space that's a clean space for work during Yellow Command, and hopefully will, I think, will be a very similar experience to what we had last year. So once you create your email account, what you want to do is look for the icon that is a series of little squares, total of 9 squares. And then when you click on that, you'll see the screen drop through, and then the Google Drive icon is what we want to use. The Google Drive element is actually where we'll be posting post documents. So for example, if during the exercise we create a press release that we want to share with each other, or ask questions or any other information, we can put documents in that space, and then we, as a regional joint information system, those of us who are working in our JICs, we actually access those documents and we share, or maybe they drive, which is a sincere form of right, and so forth. So another element that we want to use in the Google environment is the Google Hints, and that's actually accessed through the Gmail page. So when you are in Gmail area, you can click over here and look up this icon and actually search for people that you know, and invite them to Hangout. And Hangout is kind of like instant messaging or chat. So just this morning, Karuna and I were on the phone together, and I invited her to chat with me, and that's how it looked. So one other thing that I'd like to point out before the exercise, not only do we have to create our Gmail account, but we're going to need to invite each other to hang out with each other. So that way, during the exercise, we already have each other kind of ready to go. It's almost like our contacts within Gmail space. Go to Google Drive. Again, that's where we'll house our shared documents, anything that you'd like to share in the spirit of creating messaging that's consistent and accurate throughout the region. Please post there. To do that, you would just go to the new button, and you will be able to upload documents. So in some, we just need you to, again, create your Yellow Command Gmail account. That's your first name, last name, .yellowcommand@gmail.com. When you do that, please email Corinne, her know, and CC me, Kristen Hogan, at yellowcommand@gmail.com, and then we know who is ready to go. Once you've created your account, we'll need to invite each other to hang out with each other. It may be a little onerous in the beginning. Unfortunately, that's the only way that we can actually access each other. So I think that what makes the most sense is that once you create your Gmail, you let Corinne and I know that you created it. We can maybe a day or two before the exercise provide everybody with a confirmed list of who's in the space, so that we have many people connected before the actual exercise as possible. And that is kind of the nuts and bolts. I'll go into my Gmail account right now and just kind of show you a little bit. So again, here's the icons that you want to follow. To chat with somebody quickly, I can go into my Gmail account. And then I'm going to try re-engage Corinne. Let's see. Hey. There. And then she's reading. Great. Okay. So this space is actually where we can either message just each, like one or two, or whomever you want to, or we can create, or larger groups can in. So just as needed, we can figure out what makes the most sense. back to the Google Drive. I'm going to go ahead and just upload a presentation that I just did you all. So you can see how easy this is there. And there that is. So that is pretty much it. So again, please create your Gmail accounts and let us know, Corinne and I know when you've signed up, and then email us at our Yellow Command Gmail accounts. And that
Hey, Kristen,
solution. Yes.
this is Corinne. For Google Drive, do we need to set up a folder in Google Drive and then share it with everybody?
Yeah, sorry. We do need to. That's another reason why we need you guys to let us know when you start up your Gmail account.
Right. In your Google Drive, you'll set up a folder that says 2015 Yellow Command.
Yeah, actually, I thought I had already done. Yes, it will be. It'll be Yellow Command. There.
And then I think, do you click on it? Maybe you could just try sharing it with me real quick.
And then there you are. No, I
The top one?
wrong. That's okay.
Nope, that one.
Oh, sorry. Nope, that's.
Yep, that one.
There we go.
There said can other people then share that folder with others, or are you now the owner of that folder?
That,
test that out.
I think it's shared. It is, you're able to each other, but we may need to double check that. So when you get the access, I'm
going to try it with Effie since she just set up her.
Great.
And I can see if Effie can see the folder.
It just, this is Effie. Hi.
Yay!
Awesome.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's good. So we can all snowball along and get that shared. And you see that inside the folder has the Yellow Command presentation.
Great. We all get collective access to this environment. If there's documents or things that you think that would be helpful for us to use in the exercise, I'd say feel free to them here. One thing I include is during our July 23rd workshop, we talked about a potential agenda to follow, which will hopefully be what we follow, or how the exercise goes and when that coordination call takes place, that we can refer to that easily. So.
A question is Ernest Sanchez.
Of course.
Kind of a dumb question, I guess, but now that you set up the folder, the 2015 command folder, as each of us goes in and establishes ourselves on this location, we don't have to create new Yellow Command folders, right? The one you've created will be
with you.
Shared, right? You don't have to, as before, someone said that you would go in and create this folder, but we don't.
And just needed to create a folder, and then we will share it with everybody. Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify. Thanks.
Yeah, clarification.
Yeah, and it may mean that if there's a lot of documents in there that we need to kind of organize them a little bit, maybe we create a folder for press releases and FAQs, meeting agendas.
Hey, Corinne, this is Vinny. I have one more question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not accepting anymore. Just kidding.
Please. Hey, so I know that a lot of these things we're gonna be sharing with everybody, but can we also create folders and have? Because what I was thinking is that this can also be used because at least here, helping Santa Clara with their public safety JIC, we'll have to. I can foresee a need to share documentation internally and not necessarily externally until it gets kind of viewed and vetted, and then we can do it externally. So can also just create some folders where we just kind of say, okay, the folks within our JIC will be looking at, and then we can eventually just kind of publish it for external view?
Sure. If you create a folder that's, Santa City JIC, then you share it with the people that you want to be able to see it.
Perfect.
Into your JIC, and then when you have files to move it to the 2015 Yellow Command folder.
Okay.
Yeah, move them over.
Great. Thanks.
Sure.
Hey, Bill Montana, Santa Clara City Fire.
Hi, Bill.
Hi there. Just FYI, again, once that's all great and fine and dandy for Yellow Command, but once we get to Super Bowl 50, that information is going to have to be within HISN, outside of Google Docs. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense. And you guys will drive the policy for Super Bowl 50. I think in terms of long-term PIO practicing how the GIS works, concepts, this is a tool we can use for command that not everybody has HISN access or is going to need it for a Super Bowl, so we don't want to bog ourselves down with the administrative task for Yellow Command.
So, totally understand. Just wanted to clarify that point for when our JIC moving forward, how that communication flow is going to happen.
Sure. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
I think actually your point was good. I think that if we find uploading multiple documents from where it may be helpful to create subfolders that just indicate where it's coming from. So I'll create a folder that's San Francisco Center. Same, if you like. Any questions?
All right. Several folks are getting their Yellow Command emails set up, so I think we're on a good path.
All right. It's questions. To ideally send me an invite to chat via Google or me first. My email is kristen.hogan@sfgov.org. If anyone has any trouble.
If we don't hear any more questions, we'll close the call. Last chance for questions.
Actually, yep, one last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to send this video out. We've got a couple PIOs that weren't able to watch this. Are you going to send
We're going to make the video available on YouTube, and we've already put the PowerPoint that Kristen used into the Google Drive. So, yes, there'll be a follow-up email to all the playing PIOs with this recorded webinar.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks a lot. Looking forward to playing with you on September 11th.
All right. Did you have anything?
No, I'm going to press pause on the recording, and we'll send it around soon.
Thank you, everybody.